What's going on, everybody? It's your boy TJ. I'm Dreadhead Productions Commander-in-Chief, and welcome to TJAYs Rant. I know normally I do my rants. A lot of people, they're used to me doing my rants on Facebook, and if you have not already, please go ahead and follow me on Facebook at TJ Jones. Also, follow me on Instagram at TJ Jones 8. And follow me on Twitter at TJJones8. And thank you all for checking out this video. I decided to do it on YouTube because I got a story to tell, and it's kind of long, man, for me to be standing in front of a camera and kind of talking about it. So I just decided to go ahead and just kind of lay it out. Now, this probably is going to be one of the longest videos that I ever done. Normally, I try to do it between 5 to 10 minutes, but this is probably going to be one of the longest videos that I've done. So I'm probably going to break it down into parts. So go ahead and get started. For those that don't know, this video will be about my breakup. I have been separated from my fiance for 6 months. And it's by far one of the hardest things that I've ever had to deal with in my life, man. And I'm recording this video November 1st. So it's probably more harder because me and my fiance were supposed to get married on the 27th of this month. So every day it get closer to the 27th. It gets more and more painful, man, to be honest, man. It really does. You know, you think that you're going to spend the rest of your life with somebody, and it turns out that it doesn't go that way. And this ain't about to be one of them videos that people just be up there like, ooh, boy, he going in. You know, you probably learned something about me too. You know, you probably don't know. I'm not up here to try to make myself look good, look all great and all that kind of stuff. You know, I ain't trying to do that. You know, I'm pretty sure, you know, when I tell this story, I probably played a role in it as well. So I'm just going to, you know, be 100. You know, I'm just going to tell it how it is because it's been on my mind and I feel like I want to talk about it. And I took the time because honestly, man, I didn't know how things were going to turn out. But now that I see that things are apparent and, you know, people have gone their separate ways and things have been done, and so I decided to go ahead and tell my story. So the question on everybody's mind is probably, you know, why did me and my fiance break up? I mean, you guys seem like you were a good couple, and I see y'all on Facebook, man. Y'all be posting pictures and stuff like that, and y'all seem like y'all so in love. And, you know, to be honest, I really thought that, you know, we were in love too. You know, honestly, you know, I thought everything was going good. You know, we had a good relationship, man. You know, we did. I mean, we were a team. I mean, we were two individuals that, you know, helped pay bills together. You know, we went to the movies together, watched TV together, man. We did everything that couples do. And it was a good relationship, man. You know, I was, you know, a graduate of Jackson State. You know, she was a graduate of another HBCU. And everything was going good, man. We've been together. We was together for 8 years, on and off. I mean, everybody has like those little relationship, little snafus or whatever. But, you know, for the most part, we were together for 8 years. And the reason why we're not together is simple. It's because, you know, she cheated on me. My ex, she cheated on me with a guy. And, you know, I just couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't. You know, I know a lot of people are thinking, you know, people cheat all the time and, you know, it's about forgiveness and all that kind of stuff. And I agree with that. But, you know, when things like this constantly happen and, you know, it keep on occurring, you know, you decide that you want to just, you know, go your separate way and just try to see what else is out there, man. You know, our relationship is started. You know, we met each other at a house party. You know, I was throwing a house party. I just moved into a townhome, and I ended up, I was cool with a girl that actually brought my fiance to the party. And, you know, me and my fiance, well, my ex, I keep saying fiance, but my ex, we hit it off with a Steve Harvey book. That's how we that's how we started. We were talking about the whole Think Like a Man book that was created by Steve Harvey. And, I actually bought the book a couple of days before. And I told her, I said, if you want to borrow the book, then you can go ahead and, you can get the book. And so, that's how, we ended up, I guess hitting it off because we realized we had something in common, and we, enjoyed talking to each other. And it was a real respectful relationship, man. It wasn't like, things started fast. I mean, it was an actual courtship. So, of course, I just graduated from college and she still had like 2 years left. I'm 2 years older than she is. So, I would go up to the university that she went to, it was about 3.5, 4 hours. And I'm not going to mention her university. I mean, for those that probably know her, they probably know what university she goes to, but not going to say anything about that. But I used to go to her university, man, and, chill with her. We used to, chill in her dorm room and stuff like that, and I used to stay overnight. And, we had a real, real good relationship. But, things happen, man. My fiance, she had, issues in which, she dealt with, certain things, weight. I mean, she was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and she basically, gained some weight. But, I really didn't pay no attention to that. I really didn't pay attention to, how she looked. I just thought that she was the most beautiful thing in the world. But she was ended up fortunate enough to get opportunity to be on The Biggest Loser. She was on The Biggest Loser season number 14, and she went on the show, man, and she did a good job, man. She lost 90 pounds. And this is why I feel like, the relationship, kind of started to take its turn. She, came back and, she lost all this weight and stuff like that. And, that's when the problems started to hit. She was exercising, stuff like that. She was getting this attention. She was on a Today Show. She was featured in the newspaper, and, she was asked to do all type of different things. And, I wasn't ready, for this, I guess, the newfound look and stuff like that, because, when you love somebody, man, you don't see them for their size, man. You just see them for who they are. And, I just didn't like, what was going on. And, even though she was eliminated from the show, she still had opportunities to win an at-home prize. So she was working out and stuff like that. And, man, she was really trying to put her all into, trying to lose the weight so she can win the at-home prize. And she was able to, go to Los Angeles for the season for, finale of her particular season. And, I didn't go. That's just what it is. I didn't go. And that really hurt her. And I really think that I probably should have been more supportive of her when it came to that. But I wasn't. I stayed at home and watched it on TV. Her family, flew out from where they were halfway across the country. I should have made that sacrifice. So I feel like, that was my fault. And maybe, I caused that particular rift that time for her to say, I made this step, I lost all this weight, and you couldn't even make the sacrifice to buy a plane ticket to go to Los Angeles and watch my season finale. So she came back, and, things were kind of weird. We were fighting all the time. We were getting in arguments and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, she just told me that she didn't want to be with me anymore. And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand, like, why would she not want to be with me? Why wouldn't she want to, be with me, man? We normally, like, if we have disagreements, we work it out. But it's no matter, like, how many times, how many problems that we have or whatever like that, we always try to find a way to work it out. But it wasn't happening this time, man. And, I was staying in a place where the only reason I was staying in that place was because of her. I was staying in Texas at the time. I was staying in Dallas, and I moved to Dallas, and, you know, I had a job, but I really wasn't really satisfied with the job, and I missed my family. But I found that loving her and being with her and was keeping me there. So I just felt like if she's not there, then what's the point of me even being here? What was the point of this? I just didn't understand it. So I decided to, request a transfer and relocate, to move back home, to where my family was. I was able to relocate my job, but still, the whole time, I was very hesitant because, like I said, we always work things out. We always work them out. And, this time it just wasn't happening, man. So I put the request in and I packed up all my stuff. And the last day that I was actually there, she came over with her mom. I think it was a Sunday. I was leaving. They was on their way to church. And, I just stood there. And I was waiting for her to tell me not to go. I was telling her, don't let me go. Don't let me leave. Don't let me walk away from us. But, she didn't say it. The last thing that I remember, I had like a coffee table and stuff like that, and I ended up giving it to her. Told her to give it, give it to her mom and stuff like that. Shouts out to her mom, man. I love her. And, that was it, man. And I remember looking out the window, man, seeing a car just drive, man. And I was like, ain't no way in the world she just gonna let me leave. And, I just remember how the way that car just turned out of that apartment complex I was staying in. And I had all my bags packed and I left, I left. And, I was down, I came back home along with my family and stuff like that, and everything was cool. I enjoyed spending time with my family, but I still was broken. I still was hurt. And, I was, just upset at the world, man, because I just felt like I just loved this girl so much, man. And how can she just break up with me, man? How can she just leave me like this? And, I seen a YouTube video that she was doing. I was looking, and this was like one of the videos that she did like after we broke up, and she was hosting this party with with a football player. And, lady was asking her, are you single? And she was like, yes, I'm single. And I remember like the way that she said it, it made it seem like, like she just wanted this or something. Like she just wanted to be single, because of her newfound look, and she was getting the attention that she, in my opinion, that she wanted. And I just remember how angry it was, man. And I just remember like I would just kept on calling her and she would not answer. And probably, I called her like 1,000,000 times, man. And she finally picked up the phone. And when she picked up the phone, she would always tell me she was busy. She'll call me back. And she never did, man, and, that really angered me. So, I used to send text messages and stuff like that talking about how bad of a person she was. And it really, was a bad point in my life, man. And I really, wasn't happy at all, but, I ended up working, transferring my job and stuff like that. And, that was going okay. I was traveling. I was going out of town every weekend because I just wanted to escape what I was going through. And I apologize if I'm rambling, and but I'm just being honest. I was traveling, going different places or what have you, but I just had to get my mind off of it. And finally, I met somebody. In the process of this, some time went by, 2-3 months, and I met somebody who was mad cool, man. Somebody I knew when I was in college, and she was such a sweet person, man. And I remember like, us hitting it off, and I remember like telling her, about, how things happen. She was always there for me, man, just to be a listening ear. And I just remember how sweet she was. And shouts out to her. I'm not gonna mention her name, man, but she was such a wonderful person. And, me and her, started to like each other in the process. And we started to like each other because of, we had a lot in common. I feel like, she was like the female version of me. And I used to tell her that all the time, but she was a wonderful person, man. And shouts out to her. And, I think, by what I was going through and meeting this particular girl, woman, I should say, it really helped me. So, this is part one of of my video, TJAYs Rant. I'm going to put part two. I'm going to tell a story about, how me and my ex, found each other again after, we broke up, and how she moved down to where I was and how things went so far. So keep it locked. Part two on the way. We glow.